This is it. As Kylaris would say, the penultimate match about to kick off. These teams, this is where it matters the most. No one wants to live in quarantine for months on end and have Q-tips shoved up their nose on a daily basis to go home with nothing. Leave it all on the field as we get ready for the second to last match of the day with the call of Paper Thin and Matchroom.
Toffee's nailed it. It's time to bring whatever you got. If you have some strategy, if you got a firefight that you've just been itching to try to bring, this is where you've got to string it together. 2 games remain, and we saw a wild circle kicking off the last one. Let's see if we can continue to trend in that direction, as it feels like chaos circles are the name of the game today, Paper Thin.
Yeah, it's been a wild one today, no doubt about it, and 4AM's been able to capitalize off of it. They're playing great. They're farming the edges. They're doing a lot of damage to teams, putting themselves into good angles to safely do so. It's a really smart, efficient gameplay from 4AM, and that's why they've won back-to-back games. And they're a nuts team, man. They will send it to a position if they feel like they can take it. They will get high ground and just hammer teams from above. Really put a lot of damage into them, so you got to be real careful. 4AM looks to be in solid control, but only 19 points separates first and 6th place right now. It is very doable. Oh, God, careful. Oh, Poonage. Okay, well, we're all right, but again,
hey
it's
guys,
only
that's
19
why you see
points.
Knocks happen. Wait a minute, I just want to line up. Whenever you guys are like, what's going on with the knocks and why are people running over each other? That's usually what happens, is you pull up and then you speed up just a little bit and hit the knock onto them. Well, Burram has decided, hey, we left Severny. Maybe we want it back. They're going to try to contest into Gen.G's position. Zenith is going to opt into letting FaZe hang out back behind them. Long-range shots are going to connect, and good coming out on this one. Uba connects onto Kickstart. That's going to be a flush. So a little bit of vengeance back for Fuzzface there, but now here comes the cluster of teams. Infantry rolling along. You've got Oath also playing along a similar point. Remember, we saw this fight breaking out a little while ago, but 4 Angry Men also providing a little bit of supervision.
Well, I don't know what Zenith is thinking. Maybe just cross the road and try to get into something, but the longer they drive, the more they're getting shot at, the more difficult it becomes, and this shack is not ideal. They're taking a whole bunch of damage. Roth gets knocked. Shinboy's almost down. Zenith in tatters, but not out yet. Oath gonna run into the gas station where infantry has settled up, kind of backfilling behind 4AM here.
Oath now has to make a commitment. They know the fact that their backside is vulnerable, and rolling in, they just hop in vehicles and push back along 8C's direction. Lots of damage coming over towards him, but he has to be cautious. Keep in mind, from this, infantry doesn't have vision on what's happening in this fight, so really they have to peek out into a disastrous point, but Longskirt does manage to step away, move away from that one, get vision down the hillside from his high ground vantage point. Uba gets a bead back into Snakers, but it's a lot of smoke, a lot of defense, playing outside in the blue, just trying to see if maybe these teams can find an advantage on each other.
I like the move from FaZe Clan here, but it just isn't going to pay out. Infantry's too difficult to dislodge, and it's a great move by Longskirt to move up the hill and get a great angle to watch this fight from. And there's also Team Liquid that he can see below him now as well. Snakers, again, barely getting through on the drive-by. It gets hit, but isn't knocked. And now Gustav going to get spotted out by a Visa. Grenade in his back, some shots as well. And that's going to be FaZe Clan out in 15th. I say I like the move by FaZe because they need points. They got to go for a third party of some kind to try to get themselves back in the conversation for potentially winning this even. But they're not able to get it done. Shinboy, yeah, he's stuck,
this
dude.
is
But
not
that
it.
could be really good.
That's not it. Shoots a kill down. 7th place, and it's going to be North America taking down North America right after EU takes down EU. Infantry gets a vision onto Liquid, takes them down as well. Oath somehow narrowly surviving everything that's been going on there. But man, this circle is an absolute mess. Multi-Circle Gaming now advancing into a Freak of Freaks positioning, trying to hold down what is the eastern section. You can see it's also going to be Day Trade getting into a fight with DXG. Infantry continuing their roll along the hillside. They know that they're going to have to advance into a position, but guess who's going to be holding down that point? It's going to be 4AM that's in front of them. Multi-Circle Gaming knows that they need to make this breach point, and now it's all about advantages and how you can play it. Multi-Circle Gaming knows they have to push into a Freak of Freaks positioning, and this could be huge for them. Multi-Circle Gaming right nipping on the heels of T1 and Infantry as well as Sonics. only a couple of points separate out these teams. Molotov's coming down right in the doorway to slow down Multi-Circle Gaming. Quick peek around the corner from it. Nice play coming out from Hikari. He's been holding down this point for so long for his team, but the Molotovs are now at disadvantage for them. Hikari having to wait until they come through, tries to go for the shots, the peek around the corner, instead goes down. Now Hansia just pops up and around like a deadly jack-in-the-box, taking down one, but it's not going to pay off in the end of it. Gets the damage, at least managing to flush one. But now Infantry on the other side of this, aware of the fact that they have 4AM next to them, have to make some type of move. Which direction are they going to opt? Are they going to push to where we see Sonics trying to hold down a strong position? Is it going to be 4AM? They are an X-Factor team right now. Gen.G also looking like they're going to be on the move. Everybody cresting into 4AM's positioning. Crazy trying to hold the line up. Blue already down. And it is just a back and forth battle on every part of this circle. Crazy. No vision on what's happening around him. And it is just a catastrophe. Too many different angles. Too many different approaches. And trying to hold this one down forever looks through. But 4AM also out.
Huge push by Infantry to take out 4AM, but here comes Gen.G, hungry to do some damage to these Chinese teams. Just bullying left. Longsker has been knocked. Longsker has been taken out by Loki, and now there is only one left. Bullying for Infantry. A great push on a 4AM. I love the gumption from this team to go for the top dogs, but they are going to pay a price for it here. Can they find a way? Can Bullying get this done? It is a full send for Gen.G. All four members are here. Bullying retreating to the other side of the hill. He does have the circle in his favor. He takes a pretty good grenade. That vehicle about to blow up, I think. Bullying is down. Wasn't aware of the fire. Gen.G is going to take Infantry down.
You can see Buriram finally having to leave Severny, aware of DXG's positioning. Buriram has an idea on what's going on, prepping out the nades, going to do the toss in, going to be pretty good angle, going to connect with it. Beautiful toss coming out from Kanoxi. This is going to open up a little bit more of an opportunity. Instead, they're going to shift around to the north. Long K is going to try to hold it up. Quick exchange. Kanoxi yet again performing for Buriram. If they can get control of the north, they might have an opportunity for this game. Lines up yet again. Kanoxi is just absolutely nuts. Tears apart DXG. And finally, Buriram is going to have a moment. They can shift forward and find themselves a safe point to play inside the zone.
By the way, Kanaxi just picked up that AWM off the ground as well. Buriram is nuts. Kanaxi cracked out of his mind here. He's played a couple of highlight reel moments in this tournament, and there's another. But it's going to be Loki. Takes Edie down with that headshot. Very nice shooting from Gen.G, trying to kind of salvage something out of these last two games. Buriram doesn't care. They just do not care at all. It's going to be going for the res. Got me out trying to buy time, but it's a good Molly from Esther, and I'm just going to clean that up. It's Buriram things, dude. Buriram is just wild. MCG kind of benefiting from some of the chaos going on. They're able to get a UAS parked next to the tree. Evil Lee going to heal himself up, and Sonic still maintaining the southern edge, but there is Tianba looming underneath them. Well, Gen.G's at least giving it a go. It's better late than never, I suppose. And now they're shooting underneath the vehicle of MCG. The tires are popped. They want to make that UAS useless for future rotations. MCG pretty close to the eastern edge of the circle there. And it's going to be Tiggleton who's getting in on the action as well. Gets the knock onto Evil Lee. And now for Gen.G's just spraying into the smoke seat if they can get lucky, picking something up along the way. Everybody just trying to do as much damage to the other teams as they can as they get ready for this next circle. The middle of this one, a dead zone. That's why nobody's been able to get into it. There's a lot of road, a lot of flat, open terrain inside of it. Everybody's trying to wait, but Gen.G has a great firing line for now. What's going to be the maneuver going forward? Oh, oops. Oh, my God. Oh, no.
I think they were trying to blow up that vehicle, and instead somebody else is going to take it down. Instead, shot your teammate. This is just a lot of problems coming through. Evil Lee gets flushed. Gen.G says, who needs cover? We've got aim. Just stepping out, taking just brazen peeks into Multi-Circle Gaming. Having to cluster down, just one member up. PO yet again doing PO things. Gets the hit onto him. Tig holding the line on the opposite side, knows the fact that he can't move until at least Tiemba goes down. And it's going to be shots ringing out. He does manage to connect with a few of them, but it's going to be H-Win that defends up for his squad. Shrimsy, aware that somebody's moving around outside of this, very hesitant to go for the peak, goes for a Trixie angle on it, and there you go. Sonic's managed to pick that one up at 7 kills, and we've got a 2-team lineup. Gen.G fighting for respect, and Sonic's fighting to crest and get the top of the leaderboard.
Well, like I said, Sonics have given themselves an opportunity. They don't lose anybody, and now Tiggleton gets a knock onto Esther from afar. Very nice shooting from the superstar for the Sonics. He has been great throughout this tournament. Shrimzy's turn now to look over this side of this hill. Pio forced to throw out some smokes. Loki trying to pin in Tiggleton. He's seen him. Now he knows he's got that fence line, gets some pretty good shots, doesn't get the knock, gets the mini, doesn't hit as hard as that SLR.
Oh, I think that Shrimzy saw that just around the edge of the smoke there. Tiggleton is distracting everybody from the flanked positions. Can we see somehow Tiggleton trying to survive this one through? Can he draw enough attention from Gen.G to not allow them to get any control on this? Shrimzy advancing forward, should spot out Esther at any given moment. Crests around, they spot out each other. Shrimzy does manage to connect with it. One member of Gen.G down. They had control over this one. H1 runs through the smokes. He goes down onto it. Good control, now popping back into Gen.G's favor. Shooting into the smokes, trying to make sure that they get the flush. They do not want the risk coming into play. It's going to be Shrimzy off in 1 point. Tiggleton is already down off of it, and it is just Shrimzy having to contest against a very strong Gen.G. Pio just rolling around inside of the vehicle. Shrimzy, what have you got? No angles to control, and it's going to be a massive, great game coming out from Gen.G.
All my life I want money and power, respect my mind, no die from last y'all. I pray my dick get big as the Apple Tower, so I can fuck the world for 72 hours. Goddamn, I feel amazing. Damn, I'm in the